Morning hunters, just starting the day with some cuckoo bacon, but there's a new event starting today, Barioth and Legiana week. And there's this cool new post-it note at the top. Let's check it out. Time to hunt Barioth and Legiana. As winter takes hold, reports indicate that Barioth are amassing in forest habitats, as well as multiple reports of Legiana chasing after Raffinos in swamp habitats. Expect more of them in the coming days. Don't forget, expect to see less and less Barioth as the seasons change. This starts today and will go until February 22nd at midnight. And I have 2 Barioth and a Gyros at my house. So let's take these out and then eat this bacon. I got taken out by the 7-star Barioth. He's so jumpy, I had enough DPS, but then he just stayed in the air and jumped around so much so I couldn't hit him. I kept getting clipped by that tail attack. I know it's delayed, but I did it still just too early. Dual blades is pretty punishing. The demon dash slice thing, because you're still standing and attacking, it doesn't count it as a dodge except for this tiny window. So sometimes I'll get out of demon mode just so I can perfect dodge something or dodge something with more forgiving iframes and then go back into demon to fight something. Sometimes I have to type very tactically in order to dodge stuff. But I haven't claimed anything from the shop today, so I'm claiming my gems and claiming my first aids. I'm only gonna use 1 first aid on this, so if I can't take them out, then oh well, I can't take them out right now because I got stuff to do. All right, I'm all healed up. Let's take on this Barioth. That's more like it, hunters. It's Friday right now and I have a ton of editing to do. I have to make a thumbnail for a client, I have to finish a react for a client, and I have to edit yesterday's video. So I'm gonna start with yesterday's video and see if I can knock it out in only an hour because I'm a work from home dad and my son's right over there on the couch. He's 2, so I stay at home and take care of him. I work on client stuff like I was saying, and I work on YouTube videos for you guys. To accomplish all this, I go to bed at 8 or 9 and I wake up at 4 a.m. so that way I have 2 or 3 hours before my kids wake up and then I have to ship my daughter off to school. I'm not tired. I'm fine. And yes, I could rest, but I have goals to accomplish. And my wife is busy today, and with this daily content, I normally go out and play right after lunchtime, and my wife stays home and works while my son naps. But she had to go out today, so I have to play from home. So I'm gonna make the most of it and show you guys how I optimize my time and play as well as I can from home. So let's go eat breakfast and edit for a little bit. So firstly, I'm pretty type A, so I like things to be as organized as possible. I have kids, so my house doesn't look that organized as much as we try, but I do schedule my time down to the minute through the entire day, and then I leave weekends open because weekends are complete chill time. But I tend to be an on or off type of person. I like listening to super fast metal or aggressive rap or something, or lo-fi or piano, one or the other. Energy wise, I'm either on or off usually. But with that being said, I just try to make the most of my time every single day. So right now, for example, I have something uploading for a client and it still has 30 minutes left to upload. So instead of just sitting here and doing nothing, I have a bunch of monsters paintballed from my app running in the background while I drive my daughter to school. There's a bunch of stoplights and things where the app will slow down and therefore my cat will paintball stuff for me. So when I come home, I have a bunch. And since I have the Prime Hunters Pass right now, I have a bunch of paintballs, or my cat does. So I'm gonna burn through these monsters while I wait for this to upload because I have to switch drives from my client drive to my personal drive in order to edit my videos. Because I have a Mac instead of a Master Race PC, yes, I know. But when I switched to editing being my main job, I needed something quick that I could buy that could actually edit and do After Effects and a bunch of heavy stuff. And this is an M1 MacBook Air, and it only costs $1,000 bucks, and I could just do a payment every month, so it was just $100 a month, and I'd built my business on that, so I took what I could get, and now I fly through videos on it. But the annoying part is there's only 2 USB-C slots on the entire thing. Why you gotta be like this, Apple? So I bought this USB dock, which works amazing, but I didn't opt for the bigger one, which I need to in the future so that it can have more slots so I can have multiple drives just plugged in all the time. Right now I have to play this game of switching, or I have to not do it on my monitor. Please sponsor me, Zevia. I love your drinks. Let's go through them. I'm gonna take a quick break. Whenever you've been playing for a while, or if you're doing like me and you're editing or working or something, if you reset your app every 15 minutes, then the small gathering points around the map will refresh along with the little monsters too. It's kind of an unintentional like Pomodoro method or something. I just have a 15-minute timer on my phone that I reset, and every time it goes off, I just take a little break, hunt the little small monsters, let my cat gather or gather myself, and then close the app again if I'm busy like this. But even while you guys are out playing, you can do this where you have a timer going, reset it, and then collect whatever's in your area if you are like at one spot for more than 15 minutes. But since I'm taking this break and waiting for my health to regen, I'm gonna take a coffee break and get back to it. Okay, back to the grind. So I finished my dailies, and then I fought this Palumu that's 8 stars and really hard, and like nobody even cares, so don't worry about that. Then I fought some more monsters, and I kept going with the edits. There was a lot to do today. This edit was a lot longer than I thought it would be, but my timer ran out, and this time I decided to take my son outside.
You're gonna fight the devil, Joe?
Nope.
Oh, who are you fighting?
It's good for us both to get exercise and spend quality time together.
Come try. Watch me. From like really far away. Can you do that? Yeah, and hit it hard. Yeah! Good job. Again?
This is why, even though I have a bunch of business and YouTube goals,
Yeah! Good job!
I seem so happy all the time.
Good job, baby.
Because other than needing to work for money, my life is pretty perfect. Looks like there's another qualities quest for February 23rd. It just notified me while I was outside, and my cat is steady gathering. I really want to name and customize my Palico, Niantic. I want to feel like they're going on this journey with me. Please. In case for some reason you don't know and you want to see an announcement for the game, if you click on your face and then click on news, you can see any of those announcements that they've given out. But it looks like this time Quality is coming with Hunt-a-thon tickets, materials, and Zenny. That's really sick. Hunt-a-thon tickets is gonna be OP if you can actually grind them. I know with these quests it's probably something like 10, but even if it is 10, that's a good bit, and that would be some goodwill, Niantic. Thank you for that. If it's like 2, it's gonna be kind of lame. But that starts February 23rd and doesn't end until March 3rd. So it's a whole week. Sick. And then it looks like there's already another update. I know the longsword had like a accidental nerf, so I think they did a quick patch. It's, all it says is bug fixes. I also like how the Palico is always the one who's like sitting there with his arms on his hips. Like, are you the one updating the game, Palico? Yep. Looks like it was just the spirit gauge not filling up when people landed Helmbreaker, so I'm glad they fixed that. Especially for you, Kage, because you're gonna need it, because I said 2 videos ago that you beat 8 stars in when you didn't. I thought you had, because I guess I have that confidence in you. But now I've spoken it into existence, like you said, so you gotta beat him. Anyway, back to the editing grind, so I can get this out today and stick to my word, and then finish client work so I can get paid. Let's do it. Okay, hunters, it's like 3 days later. That was Friday, and this is Monday the 19th. I just really had to dive into client work, and I couldn't film any more that day. There was just no way. But I did finish everything and got paid. But I'm about to go out for another adventure right now for tomorrow's video. But I wanted to go over the last couple things that you can do at home that I like to do before I go out, and that's inventory management. We're all struggling with inventory. It's just built into the game, and I haven't upgraded once. But since I'm an early adopter, I had like the extra inventory space, so I'm at 5,500, and I generally sit somewhere around 5,002 because I get rid of a lot of stuff. I have quite a bit of every material except for maybe like the yellows. And dude, Anjanath is just like my lucky monster. What's your lucky monster? What I mean is the monster that just always drops rare stuff for you and always is like the easiest to kill. You know their moveset and stuff. Even though last video I got taken out by one and had to buy potions, don't talk to me. But like, look at the difference here. Anjanath has 43 prime scales in my inventory, but everything else, the highest other one is Kulu, which is like a much lower level, and even that's 35. And I've used a bunch of prime scales to make equipment from Anjanath. Just interesting. Now I just need one more Anjanath plate so I can upgrade my Anja Cyclone. But something I like to do rather than just going through my box and throwing stuff away is always checking my equipment first and see if there's something that like I need to upgrade or that I might electively want to upgrade that I would rather use the parts on than just throwing them away. I just always look for crossovers to make sure that I'm not throwing away or using something on something elective that I will need in the future. For example, the Blazerioths, I've been upgrading them kind of just for fun. I don't really need them right now, but I can upgrade them right now. So I'd rather use these materials and get rid of them this way rather than just throwing them away. So like Barioth Tail, for example, and Barioth Claws, I'll go to the armor and just double check that there's not something else that I need to use these parts on. My ice build is currently at Ice Attack 5, so I don't need any more equipment from Barioth in terms of ice attack, but if I did want to upgrade the armor, I would need those tails for the arms. But since they're already at grade 6, there's no real point, except for if I want to make them tankier. I know what you're saying. Zennies! But I slay a lot of stuff, and I also got a lot of Zenny from referrals, so thank you all for doing that because it helps me to make content for you guys. Anyway, let's upgrade them. And now I'm short on Sharp Claws. I haven't put any effort into upgrading the Lucky Dragon Hammer pretty much at all yet, and that way the Lunar New Year tickets don't take up any more space in my inventory either. So let's upgrade. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of Sharp Claws. Oh, I need some webbing. Oh well, I'll do it. Oh, Sharp Claws, stopping me again. That's why myself and any other high-level player will always tell you to take out the little monsters, always. I'm gonna upgrade this just for funsies because it's only 3 Monster Bone pluses. Sharp Claws. So then after that, it puts me down to 5,110, so that cleared out a good bit of space. And then I'm gonna go through and just look at stuff that I generally don't ever touch. So monsters like Baroth for me, and Puke, and Paolumu. But I already cleared those out earlier today, so they're not here right now. Remember, you can sort by quantity, so if you just click over here and you do item count, you can see like which one has the least, which one has the most. So I only have one Tobi Kadachi Electrode, but you can reverse it by clicking it again. And I have a bunch of Winged Drake Hide, but I'm not gonna get rid of that. Dragonite is pretty important, but I have 100 of these, and you can get them from the small mining points that I was talking about earlier, so you can actually just sit at home and get those if you need them. But that already put me down to almost 5,000, so I have almost 500 slots, so when I'm out grinding now, I'm not gonna have to worry about like, oh, my inventory is full, because I'm only gonna go out for an hour and a half or so. But honestly, hunters, there's not that much to do in this game from home. At least in Pokemon Go, you have incense and like lucky eggs, so you can double your XP and like grind if you have a bunch of missions or something. But in this, there is gather those gathering points like I showed you, and do urgent quests if you have them, do paintball monsters if you have them, take out whatever spawns at your house, and clear out your inventory. / make armor. Sounds like a lot, but it's not Niantic. But I'm gonna eat some ramen really quick and watch King Charmander and Power Play's new videos, and then I'm gonna go out. So this is the end of this video, but it's actually the beginning of the video that you're watching tomorrow. Like this video if it was at all helpful to you. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and subscribe so you can go on this hunting journey with me. Until next time, hunters.